think it would be silly for me to have any type of pride or anything with what I'm doing if I can't step a little to the left or the right of it, you know. And I think that, you know, jazz and hip hop, man, it's the same shit in a lot of ways, man. I grew up around jazz records and my father being a jazz pianist, but I never went there. You know what I mean? It's more of just a circumstantial performance. You know, I mean, I just like the challenge, man. Yeah, I just like the idea that I was scared when they offered it. Someone's going in and be like, ah, fuck it, I've never even played this thing before. You know, you practice before you can improv. You know, you're not gotta know your craft, but. The show and you see cats freestyling, and you see, you know, the scratch pickles, you know, going off and doing their shit, and you go to see a b-boy battle. The cat who wins any type of battle, be it an MC battle, be it a fucking a straight up rocking battle, you know, whatever it may be, is the cat who can improvise. The cat who can come out of his ass with some shit that he didn't even know he had. That's what wins the day. But you know, when it all boils down to it, I don't know. I don't rely. It's like, you know, it's the balance between like constructing something and improvisation. You know, and people always ask me if I freestyle a lot when I do my rhymes. It's like, well, I guess. I mean, when I'm writing, I'm freestyling. I just happen to be trying to keep up with it. You know what I mean? And so it's like, you know, I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't think any of these things ultimately, at the end of the day, matter. I mean, because even though these guys are clearly brilliant at, you know, improvisation players, but at the same time they're playing in tandem, they're playing together. And so improv, you know, I don't know, I mean it's just like one of those things. I just think it's like the living shit, you know, it's the living, breathing thing about music. And I think the trick is to have people who know each other and who are talented enough and versed enough with their musicianship to make improv not sound like a bunch of shit, you know? Make improv not sound like just, you know, some fucking self-aggrandizing, you know, riff.
That's the jazz and hip hop, is the lyrics. It's that MC part of it. You know, when you see, you know, Freestyle Fellowship or Anti-Pop or some of these guys who can really help you, who can riff lyrically and just change it, you know, that's where they have more in common with the jazz players than music, I think. You know what I mean? Stream of consciousness, MCing, it's a true art form. Abstract, you know what I mean? I think all great artists can do that. They throw it all away, all this teaching, and they go for it. I think all the great jazz players are like that. I mean, they know their scales, like, they're ridiculous when it comes to the technical. You have to be that good as an improviser, as a jazz player. But I think all great artists have, jazz applies to all great artists. You know, that ability to just do it.
What was exciting to us was jazz is a very personal world, and it's a very, both an intellectual and emotional world, and if you understand it on a certain level, you can take the best of it and not be afraid of it and morph it into a whole further vision. And which makes it exciting if you could layer it and layer it and layer it with different ideas and different concepts. It's very malleable. And most people are either intimidated by it or have it stuck in a generation thing or don't really know what to do with it.
My whole thing was just to bring in some skeletal frames and see if these guys vibe off of it. And my improvisation is really, I think, less in this situation than the real musicians. I mean, all I'm doing is maybe helping guide it a little bit, and that is improv to an extent, but it's based on where these guys are going, you know what I mean? And I'm going to bring instruments down and bring them out and as it works, and that's all I can do. I just did some preparation, and it's not going to be much of an improvisational thing for me, because afterwards it's going to be much more of a constructed, you know, thing. It's all post-production for me, the majority of it, you know. So I don't think that that's not my role in this, you know. My role is to like guide it a little bit and see what they're doing and be respectful of that, and then try and assimilate it in some way towards what I do without losing the essence of what these cats have been playing.